If you like tasty cookies that are quick and easy to make, then this video and recipe is for you, so watch on. Here's what you need. 1 cup of butter, 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of white sugar, 2 eggs, 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of flaked coconut, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 2 cups of oats. First, preheat oven to 350 degrees. In a large size bowl, cream the butter. Then mix in the brown sugar and white sugar. Add in vanilla and eggs until blended. In another bowl, combine the flour, baking soda, baking powder, and the oats. Next, combine the contents of both bowls together along with the coconut until moist. Drop balls of the mixture onto a baking mat or a lightly greased cookie sheet, keeping them 1 to 2 inches apart. Put the cookie sheet in the oven and bake for 10 minutes or until the cookies are nicely golden. Remove from oven and let the cookies sit for a few minutes until cooled enough to safely eat.
Vegan.com, we're making this amazing recipe from Chef Chloe Coscarelli for chocolate chip cookie dough truffles. Vegan style, of course. They are amazing. What you're going to need is 1 1/4 cups of flour, 3/4 cups packed light brown sugar, 12 ounces or 1 standard bag of semi-sweet vegan chocolate chips, 1/3 cup vegan semi-sweet mini chocolate chips, 1/2 cup vegan butter, I used Earth Balance, 1 tablespoon of pure vanilla extract, 1/4 teaspoon salt, and 2 tablespoons of water. In a bowl, you're going to add your butter, light brown sugar, flour, salt, vanilla extract, and finally the water. Now you're going to mix it all together. Now you could use a mixer or you can get your muscles going and beat it by hand. That's what we're doing here. It takes a couple minutes, but it will turn out perfectly. Once it is all combined and looks like cookie dough, you can go ahead and add your mini chocolate chips and fold those in. And then stick some saran wrap over it and stick it in the fridge. You're gonna leave these in the fridge for a solid hour until they cool off. Here it is cooled, and now you can roll it into balls. 1-inch balls of cookie dough. Here we are rolling. Here's what they look like. So delicious, pre-chocolatified. And your hands might get a little messy. Don't worry about it. Once they're rolled into balls, you are gonna stick them in the freezer and you're gonna leave them there for 15 minutes. Meanwhile, you can start heating your chocolate. Use a double broiler here. If you don't have a special double broiler, you can just use a metal bowl on top of a pot, or you can use the microwave. So here we are, melting the chocolate to perfection, and then you're gonna let it cool to room temperature. Now's the fun part. You're gonna drop these balls into the chocolate and coat them thoroughly, then pull them out gently with 2 forks, wiping off the excess chocolate on the bottom, and place them back on the baking sheet. You're gonna do this to all the balls and then stick them in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes until the chocolate sets. And then you're done and ready to serve them up.
that I reach out to you through the power of the internet. Today we're making peanut butter cookies. You may notice there's a lack of eggs because these are going to be vegan and they're going to be awesome. And there's also a lack of sugar because we're using, well, not maple syrup because I'm broke, but we're using light butter syrup to add that butter flavor without the butter from the cows. And also almond milk. And I got chocolate because chocolate's awesome, and I thought they'd go great with peanut butter. So now we have our flour, our baking soda, our salt, peanut butter, chocolate almond milk, and syrup. So now we add the best ingredient, vanilla. Now the cookies are all baked, and we get to eat them.
We're gonna make a Pillsbury cookie ice cream cake. The dish starts with just taking our Pillsbury cookies. We're using peanut butter and chocolate chip here, rolling them out and then baking them. So let's get started. When I roll out the Pillsbury dough cookies, I like to roll them into balls first. I think that gets a more uniform cookie. We're using peanut butter and chocolate chip, but whatever kind of cookie you'd like. Sugar cookies work great, gingerbread cookies work great. Once you've rolled out the cookies, they're going to go into a 350-degree oven, and I bake these for 8 minutes. I keep them on the chewier side because when you stack them into a dish and put ice cream on top of them and freeze them, I want them to be chewier, more pliable than crispy and harder. Cookies need to cool, so I'm gonna leave them on the range while we get started on our first layer of the ice cream cookie cake. We're gonna put in our freezer-proof dish a layer of whatever ice cream you like. Today I've chosen eggnog, vanilla, and chocolate. And we're using about 2 cups of ice cream per layer. Once you get in the dish, smooth it out a little bit. This is where you have to move a little bit quickly so the ice cream doesn't completely melt. Now the cookies have cooled. So we're gonna put this down on the first layer of ice cream. So I'm gonna choose chocolate chip, smash them down into the dish. We're doing 2 rows, and then 1 cookie kind of broken up to fill up some of the pieces that aren't filled with cookie. Then we're going on to the next layer of ice cream. We're gonna do vanilla. And then the second layer of cookie. Here we have peanut butter. We just repeat this process, and then once the baking dish is completely full, pop it back in the freezer until you're ready to serve. So after about 30 minutes in the freezer, the ice cream cookie cake is set up. Cut ourselves a nice piece here. And there you go, guys. Pillsbury cookie ice cream cake.